I don't think that I've ever heard of this country prior to reading this week's short stories. Let's talk about the book that I read this week from our Reading Across Africa challenge. If you are new here, my name is Lee and I'm reading a book from every independent country in Africa in 2022. This week for Sao Tome and Principe, I read two short stories, Native Dance, An African Story, and The Moor of Sankor, both written by the same author. It's definitely one of those countries where it's really hard to find books for, so these were the ones that I was able to find. Both of these stories center around colonizers and settlers in very different ways. In that, the way the main character deals with it is very different. One seeming more innocent and the other seeming more callous. First up in this story, the settlers are ruling this island. After standing up for a young boy, our main character finds himself in trouble. Watch what happens and learns how that led to him dancing with the boy's mother. Next, in this story, you follow a young man who, after studying abroad in Timbuktu for many years, decides to travel back home, and it is here he learns what the settlers have done to his home. He plants a seed as a way to end the raid, and as he leaves the country back to Timbuktu, he gets to watch as that seed grows. What did I like and what did I not like? I'm gonna be honest and say that I wasn't a fan of really either of these stories, but if I had to choose, I enjoyed The Moor of Sankor more only because it felt more coherent. And I really do believe in both these stories. It felt like the translation might not have kept the same energy as the original story. I will say that I like the way that the author was able to take two different takes on colonizers and settlers in different areas. I also read that these books are great books for people who are learning to speak English, and I can see how that would be the case. Overall, these stories weren't memorable. However, I can see why others might enjoy these stories for themselves. If you're looking for quick reads that look at colonizers and settlers, I would definitely recommend this book to you. If you read this book, are you going to read this book? As always, please leave your comments. I will see you next week.
Next up, Democratic Republic of Congo.